A man alone, a man who listens to the trembling of the trees with sentimental ease. In me you see a man alone. Behind the wall, he's learned to call his own. A man who still goes walking in the rain. A man alone. A man who listens to the trembling of the trees with sentimental ease. In me you see a man alone. Behind the wall, he's learned to call his own. A man who still goes walking in the rain. A man who still goes walking in the rain.
Sometimes that is better.
Well, hello again, YouTube. It's your friend Lawrence Axel back again to discuss more of what the 80s is all about. What I enjoyed the most about the 80s and whatever else floats your boat. One thing I'd like to mention is film. Film was a huge part of the 80s and made an impact on my life in so many ways. When you're young, you're figuring out what life is all about. You're trying to figure out what makes you. You're trying to figure out who you're going to be. Movie has an impact on that. How somebody touches you. What kind of character moves you in a film. I'd like to talk about one film that touched me in many ways. And no, let's not take that to where it needs to go. I'm talking about Better Off Dead. Better Off Dead is a 1985 American dark comedy, film directed by Savage Steve Holland. Yes, that really was the name he went by. The film stars John Cusack as Lane Meyer, a high school student who is struggling to deal with a recent breakup with his girlfriend and the various mishaps and absurdities that ensue as a result. With its unique blend of humor and heart, Better Off Dead has become a cult classic, beloved by audience for its quirky characters, clever writing, and memorable one-liners. In this review, we'll delve into what makes this film a timeless classic and explore why it continues to resonate with comedy audiences nearly 4 decades after its initial release. All right, let's talk about the 10 reasons that make a cult classic a cult classic. Unique style.
So let's just say you give it up?
Yeah, Oscar Mayer. I think that's a fine idea.
I will not give it up, Beth. You'll be sorry. Someday you'll want me back.
A cult classic often has a distinctive style that sets it apart from other films, with elements that are unconventional, surreal, or experimental. Number 2, underdog status. Cult classics often aren't great upon initial release.
Okay, pal. Let's get something straight. I don't want to go out with you, and I'm just doing this as a favor to my dad, right? So let's make it a whole lot easier on ourselves, shall we? Now, why don't you just give me that 1367, and we'll call it a night.
Did you take checks?
Oh, sure.
But they gather a following over time through word of mouth because they're so interesting, they're unique.
Which, even as we speak, there's see what a real girl looks like. You know, he never goes outdoors, sits in that house, crochets all day long.
The Chapmans had their exchange students stay with them for 6 months.
Can I be excused? I'm not feeling well.
Number 3, memorable characters. Memorable characters are key aspects of cult classics.
Reminds me of the moonshine Ricky's dead pappy used to make.
With fans often identifying strongly with key aspects of their personality.
I could be home right now, drinking this monster eggnog my brother makes with lighter fluid.
Or characters that just speak to them.
What is that?
It's bacon.
I know it's bacon. What have you done to it?
You said you didn't like all the grease from fried bacon, so I boiled it.
Number 4, niche appeal. Cult classics often appeal to a specific niche audience, such as horror fans, science fiction enthusiasts, or those interested in countercultural or anti-establishment themes.
$2.
Number 5, quotable dialogue.
You'll make a fine little helper. What's your name?
Charles DeMar.
Shut up, geek.
Cult classics often have quotable dialogue and have become an instant success in pulp culture, with fans frequently quoting lines from the movie.
Instead, he uses it as a chance to put his testicles all over me.
His what?
How you say, octopus, testicles.
Tentacles. NT. Tentacles. Look at this! How am I supposed to live through this?
All you got to do is go that way, really fast. If something gets in your way, turn.
Number 6, timelessness. Cult classics often have a timeless quality that allow them to remain relevant and resonate with fans long after their initial release.
Hi, Lane.
Huh?
How was your date?
They're out there, Dad. They're after me.
And number 7, a dedicated fan base. Cult classics often have dedicated fan bases that keep the film alive through word of mouth, alternative distribution channels, and events such as midnight screenings.
It's just our virginity.
Oh, yeah, I agree, totally. I feel like we should tell someone or do something. Maybe I could get my dad's Polaroid or something.
What's wrong?
That thing I put on me broke.
Broke? It broke?
I think we've all heard of a midnight screening or so. Number 8, social commentary. Cult classics have elements of social commentary with themes that are relevant for the period of time that they're released, or ongoing cultural or societal issues.
Yeah, you want a race? I'll take you on any day, sucker.
Yeah, I'm sure.
From the K-12, champ. Chicken?
What did you say?
Anytime, you name it.
Oh, Meyer. You're digging your own grave.
This just in. Lane Meyer will be racing Royce down K-12 this Sunday at 12 noon.
Number 9, influence on pulp culture. Cult classics often have a significant impact on pulp culture, with elements from the film appearing in other media.
It's real aardvark fur. Now for the best part. Oh, the hood.
Everybody's going to be wearing one of these.
Merry Christmas.
Or inspiring subsequent works. And number 10, risk-taking. Cult classics often take risks, and they push the boundaries in terms of storytelling, visuals, or subject matter.
Hey there, Elaine. I know this is a little awkward, me being a cartoon and all. I was just wondering how you'd feel if I took out Beth.
Making them stand out from more conventional films. And that leads me to exactly why Better Off Dead stands strong over the test of time. This is definitely a cult classic and definitely a movie that I recommend for anybody that enjoys works of the 80s. I mean, it stands up to this time.
And the school system, you find it adequate?
She itched her nose. I wonder if that's some kind of unconscious message to me that there's something on my nose.
That's funny. He wiped his nose after I
don't
did.
really like school that much.
Dirt? Relish? Relish on my nose? How gross. She might think, oh, no, please don't let it be a...
I've seen this movie quite a few times, so I can definitely quote a lot of the one-liners that make it into this movie.
Have you any idea what the street value of this mountain is?
And then John Cusack, what can I say? The man was a legend when it comes to these comedies.
Memorandum. I would like to take a meeting with you at some point tonight to discuss the future of that vehicle which you purchased several months ago, yet has darkened our driveway immobile ever since.
Okay, Dad. Noted.
He had a lot of quirky movies, and he was a quirky character in a lot of these movies. So I definitely have to say I give this movie 5 stars or 10 thumbs up, whichever you like. But I recommend you go check out Better Off Dead. Thank you. Hello, YouTube. You want to be a part of the fastest growing channel available? Maybe the second fastest? Maybe the third fastest? Feel free to join this channel. This is where we celebrate the 80s. Daily, nightly, monthly, weekly, any other time. I'm going to be putting out content once or twice a week, so feel free to peruse at your leisure. I will be here for the remainder of your stay on YouTube, so you can find me at Lawrence Axel, Virulent Viking Videos. I do hope you enjoy this content. I do try to entertain. I try to make something funny. If you see something you like, you see something that you think I can do better, please feel free to let me know. But in the meantime, check out a video and subscribe. Thank you for listening.